Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be taking a look, kind of breaking down the Armory of Champions Prizewall as well as the loots, and kind of compare them to last month's. So last month, you guys know, I was big on all the straps. Actually, I bought one of each. Um, so that's what I used all my currency for. This month, the straps are not good. However, the other stuff I think is very good. So this moment's kind of interesting. It's like, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a fourth one for Tiffy, which all have 50% gem defense. So, yeah, Tiffy time with 4 moments has 200% base gem defense. You put, if you're using Fury, if you're using takedowns, the max metals, if you're using armor, whatever. But if you're, I would use takedown on her, get the most out of her potentially. Anyway, using takedown with that, you're going to have 200% and then another like 150% just running takedown. You're over 350% gem defense with her with the fourth moment. If you have the other moments, that's kind of crazy. So I guess it's worth noting. Messed around with Drew a little bit with it. It's not my cup of tea. There's way better strikers. That's not enough unblockable. I didn't feel like to matter. So yeah, if you're Drew Mark though, maybe it's for you. I'm not a big fan of the pentaplate because it's a subplate. Naomi gear is kind of crazy. It's definitely at the top end. Uh, Makes her legitimate nightmare to deal with. 2-click monster uh, with a botch slap and 3-click in the gear. She's probably fine into whatever meta is next, and then some. Um, yeah, that I think is great. Really, really good item. Tiffy plate, if you don't have one, is really good. Of course, this is a huge chunk. Huge. Samami's one of the, maybe the best lady in the game. Maybe. Maybe? Question mark? I don't know. Got to be close, right? That's a huge chunk of shards for her. Very expensive. His shards were pretty short. That's a huge chunk for him. Jacqueline's pretty good. Huge chunk of shards. And Rex Regum. I think maybe some people will finally recruit him with this. Also, if you're missing him, full cards at 6-star silver. Raquel, pretty dang good. If you got that Yeet Maker and Yeet Plate, and you want it, you got it on your modern era, you can check out a video I did on her with it. Really dang good, actually. Really dang good. And then Steiner is he's a okay trainer, I guess. You know, the other ones maybe not so great, but if you don't have them, it's nice to add them, right? At 6-star silver, no less. Steiner can do a stun lock thing. And the straps, sadly, no more guaranteed anything on the top ones, and these ones, it is at least the era you're looking for, but it's a random class. So at 84,000, I wouldn't go in for any of the straps this month, any of them. None of those at all. So obviously, if you get there and it recruits them, or even if it gets you close, I do like the shards, but they're really expensive. You're going to have to be doing spending to get to any of this stuff, right? A decent amount of spending, in fact. But I do think it's a really good prize wall for like spenders, and mid-range people and stuff. And like, you know, there's stuff to get here, and I think the Raquel is good if you're still missing here. I don't know how hard she's been to get, so I think those are nice things potentially. But then we still have the loot. So even if these don't fall into your category, you got the loot again, which I haven't actually looked at yet. So let's see what's in the loots this month. I'm gonna wait till the end of the month, honestly, to make my armory choice. I don't need the Piper fuse, so I'm gonna wait to the end. So the gear loot featured, we got Nurse Steve. This is the Trickster one. The new Piper one, Pentagear, Vinny Vegas, Alexa, Mommy. All right, so there's like basically all of the gears we've had, and then they added the new ones from last month, which is cool. They're doing that. Featured has a lot of really good gears, obviously, especially if you're missing a lot of them. It's got a few duds, like you don't care about any of these really. Goldberg gear's good. You probably don't really care about any of those. Maxine gear is pretty good. Probably don't care about maybe the DDP gears, actually. Both gears, these kind of interesting. Vader, if you have enough stuff, both gears is kind of interesting. So there's that. Jacob gear is really good. So yeah, I think the gear loot continues to be very good if you're, especially if you're missing a lot of gears. Let's check the comments. Definitely. So Striker Austin 316 gear in the comments. That's awesome. The other Waller gear, Truth gear, those are all really great. One of the Foley gears, one of the Macho Mans, Hogan ones probably worth noting. I suppose China potentially for some people worth noting. Maybe even this one with some nonsense, but not for me. WCW Ray, if you got one of those Ultimate Yeet Makers, he can hit super hard actually with that. So and his gear, so that's not bad. There's the other Austin gear. So yeah, I think the gear loot's really good again this month. So definitely no downgrade or anything like that. New gears added to the featured pool. I think that's cool. Oh, I didn't really check the pricing. Seems to be the same as far as I can remember. So that's cool. And then we go to the moment loot. So this one has had Nikki and Solo as two of the primary ones up here. Looks like it's still that Sherry's still in there. Of course, I got Mello on my free-to-play out of this, so that's huge. Is Roxanne still in there? Because, yep, big there. So all the 4 MPs are in there, so that's pretty cool. The Dudleys, Liv, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, pretty good. It looks like the new moment is in there. That is in the other loot. The invasion one from last month. You got the scene. Yeah, this is again really solid. If you like the moment loots, they added some new ones. A reason to keep going for it if you don't have them. A lot of great moments in there. And then, you know, very rares. It's some decent posters if you don't have them on a newer account. On a big account, you probably don't care. My free-to-play would love getting pretty much any of them. They're all 6-star, huge help. A lot of decent trainers in there, that sort of thing. So I think that's fine. Price looks to be about the same. I would say my account, my free-to-play will probably go for those. Title loot, 5 for 10,000, 15 guaranteed featured. That seems similar. Punk's Gauntlets, Yeet Plate are still in there. Which are the kind of two big ones. They added the Fearless Stare. That might have been there last month. I can't remember. Barber's Blades are all in there, so that's cool. Those are new. And yeah, and then the straps again. So there's that. And then your medals. So yeah, all the loot looks good. It looks similar. Still has pretty good value depending on what you're hunting for your account. So I do think that's pretty good. So this month in particular, because I'm not, and I talked about that in my other video, which you can watch. I posted sooner than this. I think I'll have posted it sooner. The MLC one. I'm not really interested in the prize wall for the main contest. I am interested in the prize wall for this contest, and I said I didn't really care what I got in the main wall. I just would get what I get. This one, I might potentially be interested to push. If I get close enough within range towards the end that I can get this Naomi gear, I would be all over that. If I could recruit Mommy, I would also be all over that. That's from my perspective. From my free-to-play perspective, there's no way it'll get to 121k, but guaranteed 6-star Raquel would be tempting. But I think I probably will just go with the moment loot, continue to go that route and see what we pull for cards out of that. And then like in mid-range, you know, like there's, I think 267 might be within the realm close to free if you play and do well. Not your maybe normal kind of free, necessarily like a normal free player, but if you're in a big faction and that sort of stuff, and you typically do well, you can maybe, I think you could maybe get close-ish to that, because I want to say that Piper's gear is in the Armory moments as well at the 3 mil milestone, and the final one has an LA Knight plate. That's kind of cool. That plate is still fairly rare, although it's been in few chests. Hasn't been anyone that it's a huge needle mover recently either. I like it on Kyrie, Acro Kyrie, and then like Terry Funk, but no new ones recently. I could see that happening. And then what I don't like is I hate the pricing on these two medals. 200,000 seems grossly overpriced for those. So I am excited about this one. I'm sad the straps are gone, right? Really sad about that, but there is other stuff I'm looking forward to as well. So there's that from last month. And then if I don't get any of these, then this month I guess I'll get to do some pulls on the loot on this account. But I'm kind of really got that Naomi gear in the forefront of my mind. What are you guys looking at getting? Also, I love hearing feedback of what you guys like on walls and don't like if there's options for you. Like, don't just like blatantly be like, oh, this is the greatest wall ever, or oh, this wall just sucks. Like, if it does suck for you, tell me what it's missing. Like, there's nothing you can get, or like, what don't you like, kind of thing. That's much more useful, because I always want to make sure I'm trying to stay in touch with the normal players, and I have a really good idea of what you guys like or dislike on stuff and what you want to think about, or the way you think, so I can make better and more useful content, right? So for me, I actually am looking forward to the Armory this month quite a bit. There's stuff on here. If I don't get this, there's other stuff that I might fall back on. Or at least maybe I can get something cool on the other stuff. This is kind of what I'm looking at, though. This would be tempting as well, because I think that would get me fairly close to recruiting him. So if I don't quite get there, maybe here. But it would be fun to do some Armory pulls, because I went all last month without really doing any. And I'm definitely still missing a lot of moments, and they keep adding new ones, and I'm still missing like a lot of the gears. I'd love to get Alexa Bliss's gear, Mommy's gear, etc., right? So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, this breakdown, and remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. And that, guys, thanks for watching, and good luck out there. Yeah, I'm excited on this one. I'd say for me, this one's probably about a 7. I'm not as excited as I was for the Yeet Maker, right? For sure, no question. I was pretty much a 10, but I do still think this is a decent wall with stuff to look forward to. So